Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Edgar's from Solo Marketer here, and in this video I want to quickly show you how to create your own digital store page on System.io, which essentially this is like a good alternative to Linktree, Stan Store, whatever. You can just create it like on a free System.io account, and on top of that you have all the many other cool features you can see up top. But in this video, yeah, we're going to focus on creating something like this, and which I don't know, it took me like maybe like 20 minutes first attempt, 20 to 30 minutes, just first time ever, just trying this, just to kind of set it up. And on desktop it looks something like this. So it's really simple, but you can put in a lot of things. You can have all your socials, signing up for a newsletter, your products, right? Your all kinds of things, linking to like outside pages, like, I don't know, like Amazon books, for example, right? You can do all kinds of stuff with this. And I'm just going to take you through all the functionality, what's available, and how to set everything up, not just the colors, but just like all the layout and everything. So yeah, let's get right to it. So yeah, as per usual, I'm going to be setting this up on a free System.io account, just so you can see that you don't actually even need even a paid account to, to kind of get started and actually just you can technically run it for free forever. But yeah, once you've created your account, there's a link below in the description if you need it. You can log into your dashboard, which looks something like this. And then you have to go to digital stores under websites and you click on create. So let's give it a simple name. I don't know, in this case, we're just going to do digital store. Yeah, not going to be too original. Here you can choose domains, like if you have custom domains connected, if it's not a new account, if you've had it for a while. This is a good place to use your own custom domain if possible. Some social media sites don't even like these default ones. Some are fine, but just so you know that it's better to have your own branding. It looks better as well. So you can change it here. And here, obviously, yeah, you can just leave it as is. You can do something shorter, like store, for example. And here you can change the language. So yeah, let's click on save. So that's pretty simple. And this is like the, just by default, it puts in your username, and just like you can see, there's not much stuff going on here. So now, just kind of a first impression, you can see there's two types of sections that you can add, which we'll get to in a second. Yeah, obviously the settings, that's the same thing you set up. If you're going to be selling something directly from System.io, I would check this box in for kind of like you might have Stripe, PayPal, whatever else connected. So I would check this box just so people actually can make a purchase, so you can process a payment if you're actually selling something on System. So I'm just going to check it in because I'm going to have an example also where I'm going to be, quote unquote, selling something. So yeah, let's click on save. And the other one is, I would usually start with this, edit design. Just kind of, you can see there's several options. Yeah, I saw in the community a lot of people use this and that, like these two, and but you can use any of them. In this case, yeah, I'm just going to do something like, I don't know, I'm just gonna click this one, for example, right? It kind of changes something automatically. So let's just change a couple colors. We can always change them later, but let's click on this. Let's change it to something just so we can see what the difference is. And let's change it to, I don't know, this. It's not going to be as pretty as the original one I showed. But yeah, so we have the colors, right? These are the three types of colors. You can see as you change them, you can see what changes. Let's click on save. And over here, you can see the two sections, add new product. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's edit this section, which is the header section, which is basically this portion, right? The first thing they see, which is like your face, your name, kind of like a quick bio, your links to your socials. So over here, we can have something like, I don't know, John Doe, for example, right? I help do X, Y, Z, for example, right? You can kind of put this in the bio here. We can change up the colors later. It's not a good look. But yeah, over here, if you click on show more, there's all kinds of options, right? So whatever channels you use, whatever your, how you reach out to people, whatever your traffic channels are, you can put in YouTube, right? Your youtube.com/ whatever your link is, right? And as soon as you fill it in, whichever one of these options you fill in, an icon shows up over here, right? So, ig.com and then / whatever it is. As soon as you put in, there's an icon here. I wouldn't go too crazy. I would have, some of your biggest socials, maybe your email if you want people to reach out to you that way. So, email at gmail.com. This, and then maybe have like a website link. Technically, you can have that here as well, or any sort of link. So yeah, fill these in, and we are all good, right? Name, bio, and your social links. So that's pretty simple. And yeah, let's go into the products first. They're kind of called products, but they're not always necessarily products. There's like three things. You can link to an outside URL, like I mentioned before, like an Amazon book, for example, or a link to like I don't know, like an affiliate page. You can have the collect emails option as well, which is just the form. Let me actually show you. So the form would look something like this, right? This would be the form. This would be like the outside link. You kind of just take them outside to a completely different page that's not under system.io. And the third one is sell a digital download, which is the most sophisticated one. This one I think you'll really like, which we'll get to as well, which is like, it looks kind of the same as the other one, as the external link URL, but there's a lot more behind it and there's a lot more cool automation. So it's really nice. So yeah, let's start with external URL, which is the simplest one. Upload an image. You can see the image here. Let's just upload something from my computer. So yeah, let's say I'm adding a book cover. I'm going to be selling a book through this link. This is like a completely fictional product, but let's just say, yeah, something like this. Make sure to center it. A little bit like this, right? So it all fits in. Let's click to upload. And so yeah, it will be something like this. Add the text that so let's say that's the book name, right? And the button and the subtitle, all of those are mandatory. You need to fill them in. You can't skip. At first, I tried to skip this, and it didn't let me go, continue. It just didn't let me post. So the button could be something like "Get the book now," right? And this could be something like just kind of like a tagline, just to give like an explanation of what it is. So over here, domain.com, this would be the link to the product. And I would use this type of section, like I said before, for like an affiliate page, some type of page that's like an external third party you're linking to, affiliate product, a page that you don't own, that's not under system.io or any other platform, right? So I would link to something like this in this section. So this is pretty straightforward, right? The image, headline, subheadline, or like a tagline, whatever, and call to action, link. Really straightforward. And let's click on publish. So yeah, this does not look good. We'll change the color, but we can preview it already. Let's click on view. So this is a starter, right? So we're getting there. Let's add the next one. Add a new product. So collect emails. This one I would usually keep it up top, closest to the very top above fold. Just kind of like one of the main goals is to grow your mailing list. So if that's kind of your focus, I would also make sure to create this and move it back up to the top. So yeah, let's just kind of add something. I have some examples here, so I'll just copy paste it. Let's just upload it. So yeah, here's the image, just to kind of give it a more visual feel. I don't know, I think you can leave it as is technically as well. You can leave that image, but if the color doesn't suit well, then maybe find something better on Canva. As for the text itself, I'm just going to copy paste whatever I used before. So yeah, subscribe to, not the newsletter, but like an insiders club thing. It's like a private community, specifically in the gardening niche. And no, not this. It will be the subtitle, and get weekly insights, right? So this is what they're getting. Button would be something like, I'm going to be really generic, just so we don't waste too much time on this. But yeah, and the info you collect, I would make it really simple. I would make this the maximum. I wouldn't ask for phone number, address, zip code, whatever, unless you really need it. But if it's just a form sign up, usually you can technically just do email. You can even like skip asking for a name. You can just delete it. And also, make sure to kind of, by default, it's required, but you can make it non-mandatory. I would technically just take it out if you don't need the name, but me personally, I like asking for name and email. So I usually do it this way, but whichever way you prefer, but you can add more fields here, right? You can ask for phone number and last name and country and whatever else. So that's kind of, with the purchase, you might ask for more, but with the form, this is completely enough. So yeah, you can save it as a draft if you don't want this to be public. We're just going to go along and kind of finish this off just so it's public. So let's click on next. And this is a basic confirmation. Thank you. Make sure to go check your email inbox within the next 5 to 10 minutes and all that stuff, right? Just kind of tell them what to do next. What's the next step? So yeah, we're going to click on publish and we're going to preview again. Let's take a look at it now. So as I said, I want to get this above fold. So let's go back. You can drag it. You can take this and you can drag it up like this, right? So let's preview it again. So now we have this. Actually, I have to add an image, which I forgot. We have the form, And we have the next kind of the affiliate link. So let's go back. Let's add the image over here, which I forgot to do. Here's the image. Yeah, there's different, you can see depending on the design, there's going to be two types of images, right? And let's click to upload this one. So in this case, I think it's going to take up the whole thing, but we'll see. No, in this case, it's just this. Depending on the design, some designs might take up this whole section, just that one image. So, make sure to test different designs out, see what works for you. So let's click on save. So we have the image. I guess I should do Jane Doe instead of John Doe, but that will be fine. And then the last thing that we want to add for products is sell a digital download, which is the coolest one out of all of them. So let's just add a thumbnail. So let's do this. Let's do the image. Let's click upload. And again, I just have some copy on the side just so I don't have to waste a lot of time. This will be the title. This will be the subtitle, right? And in this case, buy, but I would say something more specific, more actionable. Click here to get access to this guide or whatever. And yeah, this is the first page. This is kind of the call to action to click on it. And once they click on it, here's more information. So in this case, you can add like a different image or you can add the same type of image. I'll just add the same one, I think, yeah. But make sure that it doesn't, yeah. So there's not a lot of empty space around, because it's going to look smaller. So let's click on upload. And here you can see headline, get your hands on the this and that guide, buy now, which is the button. And over here, text, you just there's placeholder text here. You can do your value stack, right? What's in it? What's the perceived value? But today you can get it for this price. You can, the benefits, that sort of stuff, but I would keep it fairly short. I don't think there's a limit, but still, I would keep it short. I wouldn't go too crazy. This is like for low ticket products. You're not going to sell like $5,000 courses over here. But yeah, just use the template as is. Maybe, make it more benefit driven over here, just so people see what's in it for them. Just fill this out. And contact info, again, what do you need? Do you need more of that information, or that will be enough? Maybe you need their whole, basically their address and yeah, and this one is like a custom field. You can add those as well if you want, but that's a whole different story. And as for the price plans, you can click on the plus icon. You can select an existing one, right? And in this case, let's delete this. Yeah, there's like some template ones, right, that I can do, or you can create a new one. So let's create a new price plan. Let's just click on here. I assume like this is the first time you're doing this. You haven't created any price plans. So here you can fill it out, the name of it, exclusive plans short list guide. So like this, the name. So this is basically what it will show up as on the order form and like in your backend. It's just like the public name that you would use. I would name it this. Over here, this is what it shows up as in their bank account, if I remember correctly. An exclusive plans guide, but there's a limit. And the limit, I think, was 32 symbols, characters. Yeah, 30 or 22 rather. So yeah, make sure to not go too crazy. This might be too long. So exclusive plans, I'll just name it this. Here you specify a one-time payment. Obviously, let's say it's one payment of $99, whatever, right? So that's pretty simple. Subscription, that means there's continuous monthly payments, like Netflix, for example, right? That's a good example of a subscription where they just keep paying, just any type of membership or software, whatever. You just keep paying for, for as long as you need it. You keep paying a monthly fee to be able to use it. And payment plan, this is good for like mid-ticket, higher ticket products where it just, instead of like one payment of $297 or I don't know, one payment of $247, you can do like 3 payments of $87, whatever. Just split it up into smaller payments, but the overall price total will probably be a little bit higher than if they pay in one payment. So that's like an extra incentive. So yeah, 3 options, one-time payment. Let's do $27. And let's click on save. When I chose a price plan, I forgot to click save, and then I was just like, what is wrong? What haven't I done yet? So make sure to always click on save at the end of it. Payment methods over here. This is already checked in. This is good, but if you haven't, pick the currency and pick, you might have PayPal, whatever, multiple options. So you can just check whichever ones you want over here. So let's click on save. Again, you can save it as draft or you can go next. So let's click on next. Let's say we just want to launch it right away. And over here, this is the digital product name, pretty simple. And here you actually upload the file. So in this case, let's say it's a PDF. So we can just, I'm going to upload whatever file I have, but a good example would be a PDF guide, right? Let's say this is like a, I don't know, 50-page PDF or a book or whatever. You can just upload it here. Yeah, in my case, I just uploaded like an image that I had in the folder. And the confirmation email, again, this is really simple. This is really nice. This is basically the delivery portion. You upload it, and over here, they're going to receive an email. Once they sign up, they're going to receive an email, and this is an automated link. This will be filled in automatically as they receive it. This will be the link to the file I just uploaded. And over here, sender email address and sender name, make sure to fill those out as well. And obviously make sure that the subject line is good as well. And yeah, I would also do a test purchase maybe for this, just to kind of test it out, see if everything works. That's always a good thing to do. So yeah, for emails, for product purchases, whether everything gets delivered, I rather test it up front, just so there's no misunderstandings and people, don't receive the products or whatever. It's a good thing to test right away. So let's close this. Let's assume the email is fine, and let's click on next. And yeah, this is the thank you page. You can see it here on the side. Thank you for your order. Make sure to go check your email. Also, spam/promotions folder. If it's not in your main inbox, just you can kind of write it out here, but don't go too long. It needs to fit in the phone screen ideally. And yeah, let's click on publish. So we're almost done. I want to change the color. Let's just quickly take a look at it, see what we can do. Let's do this. I just want it to stand out a little bit more. This is not great, but this is better. I just want it to be more contrasting. Again, not perfect, but play around with this. This is kind of like what your brand should be like as well. Let's preview it. Wouldn't be my brand, but this is kind of, if it's a gardening niche, this is, we're getting there, right? So this is kind of pretty close. Let's close this and add section. That's another option. So this essentially, I don't know whether they're called sections, maybe because you can put things into like sections, but these are essentially headlines. So what I would do is, let's say I would name it something like resource or gardening resources, right? Did I spell it right? Resources, I think, yeah. And this can be used as a headline. So up top, remember the form, they can sign up for the mailing list. Then we can do a headline, gardening resources, and under that, you can have your affiliate links, your sales pages, whatever you have here, your paid products, free stuff as well. You can link to all kinds of stuff here, and it would look something like this, right? You have above the fold, you have the mailing list sign up, and here, this is not good. This you need to kind of tinker around with the colors. I didn't do a good job, but this depends on go back to design, change the colors, see, change things until it's called all kind of in unison, and it's contrasting. But this is essentially, those are called sections, but those are just basically headlines that you can use to split up into separate sections. But yeah, this is the short version. Make sure to check this out. This is a good, like a link in bio page on steroids even. There's just like a really good, easy way to kind of have all your main resources on one page, and also an opportunity for people to check out like your social links, your sign up to your newsletter, or for your main freebie that you like offering people. This is a good place to kind of put it all together and kind of give it to people. Let's say you're on Instagram or TikTok, you have your link in bio link. This is perfect, right? Work on the colors a little bit more, unlike me. But yeah, this is kind of the really nice and simple and clean. There's not a lot of clutter. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're new to System.io, make sure to check out, there's going to be a couple of videos popping up on the screen now, how to really cheaply or basically for free, how to utilize System.io and really in many different ways on how to get more leads and more sales. And yeah, go check out those videos. And if you have any questions, obviously comment below. This is System.io is basically kind of most of my channel, if not all, almost, is about System.io. And I've been using it for quite a while now. So make sure to ask anything. And yeah, if you found this kind of content helpful, make sure to subscribe. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye.